Hi everybody, Sanbonani. Welcome to my channel. Listen, you guys, in the video I posted earlier on about Mseleku's interview, I didn't say where the interview is on podcast affirmation. And yes, you guys, I think it was posted like 7 hours ago. Okay, so you can go check it out if you want to watch the full interview. It's a good idea because then you can come back here and we can have a conversation about it. So one of the things, you guys, that Mseleku mentions in the interview is a behavior Mpumelelo right now, with him trying to put together his own polygamous family. Okay, I still feel like they were not asking him details about behavior and Mpumelelo and also what's going on with Mpumelelo. I would have loved to hear more. So they sort of mention it in passing, where he is saying, listen, Mpumelelo is allowed to make mistakes as he is trying to put together a family yakhe yesithembu. He's allowed to make mistakes. In fact, he says that i-age kaMpumelelo allows him to make those mistakes, okay? But here's the thing, you guys. Mseleku has said before that now waganena 23, so he kind of expects ukuthi Mpumelelo noLwandle. I remember even uMacele was having an issue with that, ukuthi why does uLwandle and Mpumelelo have to do izinto the way that Mseleku did? Because Mseleku had this expectation ukuthi when they are 22, 23, because that's when he started his own polygamous family, then they must do the same. So here, you guys, I kind of feel like he could have said, you know what? I wanted Mpumelelo to get married early. If it was for me, maybe he would be married by now. Maybe he would have paid Ilobola by now, because I kind of feel like Mseleku would have loved for it to go that way. I think he was expecting that Mpumelelo was going to be somebody that was decisive when it comes to his relationships. I really do think that the family thought Uvuyo noTirelo were going to be the wives. At some point, they thought Mpumelelo and Uvuyo were going to be the wives, but Mpumelelo keeps changing his mind, and also the girlfriends keep changing their minds. So I feel like here, you guys, even though he was saying, you know what, he's allowed to make mistakes, I think honestly he doesn't have a choice, because we are seeing Mpumelelo's mistakes on TV, we are seeing Mpumelelo's mistakes on social media. And it almost feels like even now Mpumelelo akekho sure what he wants to do when it comes to his temple, or that's how it looks like to us, that he is not sure what to do. But Mseleku is saying, listen, Mpumelelo is allowed to make mistakes right now because it's his age, okay? How bad the mistake is supposed to be, you guys, I don't know, because they were talking about the infections and all of that, okay? So those are the type of mistakes that we don't really want to see on our TV screens, especially with the kids watching the show. But I guess I get what he is saying, even though I feel like originally that wasn't the way that he was feeling, because I've always received his view on Mpumelelo and his sample as him saying, as soon as possible, Mpumelelo needs to go and lobola the girls, okay? Listen, when it comes to whether Mpumelelo does have money right now to get married and to get married to more than one wife, I don't know, you guys, okay? But when you ask him, because listen, the question was asked, was it in Ghana's temple? He actually answered and said, "Because no imali onikon." He said imali corner. He said ukuthi he is involved in the security business. He is, I think he counted like trucks, security trucks, and something else. And remember, you guys, he's also part of production for in Ghana's temple. So definitely he is making money. Is it enough to have multiple families? Because obviously if you have more than one wife, that's like multiple families that you have to take care of. I don't know, you guys, but he says he has the money. But I would love it if this means that Musa Mseleku is not going to be putting pressure on Mpumelelo ukuthi ashade, because I feel like he's not ready. I really feel like he's not ready, you guys. I feel like, imagine if he did get married to Mpumelelo, or if he did get married to Uvuyo, and then everything else that came as a challenge in their relationship came after they got married. How disastrous would that be? So I feel like, because he's also not sure about what he's looking for, maybe it is a good idea that he doesn't get married yet, okay? He can wait a little bit. So I like the fact that Mseleku is relaxing a little bit and saying, listen, he's allowed to make mistakes. But sometimes ekhuzwa with these mistakes. I think my discomfort with abafana bakaMseleku is that sometimes it feels like abafundiswanga ukuhlonipha abantu besifazane, you know? They have that thing ukuthi umuntu wesifazane nje wokushelwa and whatever. Angazi, it's like ayikho i-value abayibekayo kumuntu wesifazane. That's what I feel like they are not taught that. It's like nje amantombazane is like amantombazane, you know? Angazi noma niyangizwa yini. So I wish that we were seeing them being taught ukuthi umuntu wesifazane uyahlonishwa. It's important to hear umuntu wesifazane out. Their feelings, their thoughts are very important too. They need to be heard. They need to be valued, you know. So we don't see that on the show. However, you guys, we have to admit ukuthi obviously we don't see everything on the show that happens in their lives. We just see what they decide to put on whatever episode that we're watching, whatever season that we are watching, but we are not watching every single second of their life or every single minute of their life. So we have to admit that maybe it's just the way that they want to show us certain things on the show. Maybe things are not that way, but we are still going to comment on what we see on the show. So yes, you guys, Mseleku says, listen, relax about Mpumelelo. He's at an age where he is allowed to make some mistakes, okay? So don't be so hard on him, all right? Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before we make it. Share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers.